Well, as we take time to remember those who lost their lives while serving our country, one veterans home in the Northland is continuing to focus on the welfare of current veterans. And they're using a special kind of therapy for those facing PTSD. Northern News Now's Taryn Simmons explains.
I don't have flashbacks anymore. That's a thing of the past because of the dogs and the cats.
Vietnam War veteran Don Narveson is one of many veterans at the Minnesota Veterans Home in Silver Bay using animals as a form of therapy. Narveson was only 19 when he was deployed to Vietnam. While he served 3 years, he says his trauma has lasted a lifetime. Now these occasional companions help with those difficult moments.
Animals comfort my heart and my soul. They take away some of the PTSD from Vietnam. Not all of it, but some of it.
The Minnesota Veterans Home in Silver Bay has 3 cats and 3 dogs. None of them professional therapy animals, but all doing their best to put a smile on the veterans' faces. Julie Lutzinger with Minnesota Veterans Home agrees that the animals play a huge role on the residents' health.
Animals would just bring down the level of stress with the resident, and there's studies out there that say that animals are good for their blood pressure and just so many things.
Giving back to our veterans the best way we can.
They should all be licensed psychiatrists.
In Silver Bay, I'm Taryn Simmons, Northern News Now.